Rusaal here from Priceline Pharmacy, West Brunswick. I'm here to talk to you about a really good skincare range. It's called Roche Posay, and it is the only skincare range that's usually recommended by dermatologists in Australia, about 25,000 dermatologists worldwide as well. So it's a really good one for any sort of sensitive skin, but also one of the leading skincare ranges that are available in Australia now. So the first product that I'm going to introduce to you is the Roche Posay Anthelios Sunscreen. So I'm going to start with this because I find it really important that we have sun protection or some sort of sun protection in terms of our skincare regime. This product, it comes in a small package. You don't need very much of it at all. It's a non-greasy sunscreen, and the reason why it's so amazing is that it's got both UVA and UVB protection and a high SPF as well. So UVA protection is protection against aging. So our UVA rays in the sun penetrate into the deepest layers of our skin, and usually the damage only shows within about 7 years of it kind of developing. So when we have a sunscreen that doesn't provide us with enough UVA protection, it's a bit concerning because UVA penetrates through regardless of whether it's a sunny day or a cloudy day, and it can cause a lot more damage and is one of the reasons for skin cancers and things like that. So if I was ever looking for a sunscreen, I'd need UVA protection. UVB protection is more about burning. So burning in terms of when you're in the sun and then suddenly you have some darkening of the skin and some sunburn. So UVB protection is just as important, but it happens more in summer. And then in addition to that, SPF. So the idea of having a combination of these three things in high concentrations in one easy sunscreen is a really relatively new way to go about things in terms of product. The reason why is sometimes what happens is when you have sunscreens that try to do all these things together, they create a shattering effect. So if they're not mixed correctly and you've placed the you've placed the sunscreen on, what happens is the sun rays can actually shatter that layer and you still get burnt. So the idea of this new product, the Roche Posay Anthelios Sunscreen, is that it's in a Mexiplex sort of mesh form that combines all that protection together in a very stabilized format, so it doesn't shatter once you place it on. The way it feels is it's like a lotion more than a sunscreen. Some sunscreens tend to feel thick and gluggy. Sometimes they feel a little bit chalky. This does not feel like that at all, and you don't need very much of it to cover your face. So it is a really good product. You apply it on every 2 hours when you're in the sun, and it's just a great product to start trying and using, especially now as summer is coming along, but also to protect ourselves from those UVA rays in winter. So that is the Roche Posay Anthelios Sunscreen.